Hello there, Plant Prodigy here. Today, we are going to do a tour of my plant room. Part 1, my grow tent. This is my grow tent right here, and as you can see, it is actually mostly nepenthes or tropical pitcher plants, with a few other tropicals mixed in. Right here we have 3 nepenthes. This one right here is Nepenthes sibuyensis cross Merliana from Borneo Exotics, which I think will eventually produce massive pitchers, but that probably won't be for at least a few years at the rate it's growing. Here are 2 sad nepenthes. The one on the left is Nepenthes St. Gaia, and the one on the right is Nepenthes Aristolochoides cross Ramaspina. Sad nepenthes. The one on the left is Nepenthes St. Gaia, and the one on the right is Nepenthes Aristolochoides cross Ramaspina. I personally think they're struggling because I underwater them. I'm sorry, I can be busy sometimes and neglect my plants. But hopefully they recover. Right here is my huge pure Nepenthes truncata I got from Red Leaf Exotics. Although the pitchers are dried up, I'm sure it will probably grow new ones soon. But it is unfortunately a slow grower, but I think it's growing a little faster now that it's in higher humidity and more light. Right here I have 2 more big Nepenthes. Right here is my Nepenthes sibuyensis cross truncata C from Carniviro. And there's a little weed oxalis right there that I think looks pretty cool in the pot, so I'm leaving it. And as you can see, my plant here has a basil shoot, which I'm really excited about, because pitcher plants get the biggest pitchers on the basil from what I've heard. And if we move down here, you'll see some of the biggest pitchers I've ever grown, excluding pitchers that were already present on plants when I got them. Biggest one right here is about 8 inches long. About that. My hand might make it look small, but I can almost fit my whole hand in it. Next to that, I have a large Nepenthes Raja cross Veitchii, which I'm really surprised by how fast it is growing. You might not be able to see it through the camera, but it's about 15 inches across, but when I got it back in May, it was only like 4 or 5 inches across, believe it or not. It's growing like a complete monster, and then it will be only a matter of time before it produces absolutely massive pitchers like its Raja parent. Moving along down here, I have a heater and a humidifier and my pink princess philodendrons that I got from a fan over on TikTok. If you haven't followed me there, go follow me there because I'm struggling to gain followers there for some reason, so I really need a lot of help. Right here is the biggest Nepenthes in my grow tent, my Nepenthes cross Miranda, aka Nepenthes mixed up by Maxima. It might not have any pictures now, but it is beginning to vine, so I will probably see upper pictures on it fairly soon. Here I got a rooted Nepenthes diurniana cutting from Mr. Lawar, the VP of Horticulture at Meyer Gardens. I went there back in July, I think. And he gave me a large cutting, but I managed to split into like 5 cuttings, but this is the only one that survived. But I'm okay with that because I only need 1. And it's growing pretty okay, as you can see here. Next to that, I have a Nepenthes cross Caesar, which it may look small now, but it will eventually produce some of the biggest pitchers I've ever seen on a Nepenthes. Based on pictures I've seen, I think it will probably get like 20 inches tall by like 6 inches wide, I think. But that's just from pictures I saw and basically just guesstimation. Next to my Caesar, I have a Nepenthes ventricosa cross Hamada from Bergen Water Gardens, which is actually technically bought it from Borneo Exotics. It is a very toothy guy, as you can see here, so it carries a lot of the Hamada genes, which I really like about it. Zooming out this way, there's the Nepenthes sibuyensis cross ventricosa here that I think it's from EP, but I could be wrong. I bought it off someone from Carnivorous Plant Resource, and they not sure where they got it from, so it's probably EP. Doesn't have any pictures now, but it is growing some pictures right here and here. Next to that, I have a Vanda orchid I got in Florida several months ago, and I'm actually going back to Florida next week, believe it or not, which I am really excited about. And right there, I have a Nepenthes cross sanguinea, which doesn't have any pictures now, but I think it was only a matter of time before it actually formed some, which I'm really excited about. It grows really fast, so I highly recommend Nepenthes sanguinea for beginners. Moving you along here, I have a Nepenthes from the top. There's Nepenthes Diana, Nepenthes sibuyensis cross Tanglith, and Nepenthes Briggsana, which is Nepenthes ventricosa cross Lowii. This one is probably my favorite because I just think Lowii hybrids are really cool, and I'm really excited to cross it with Nepenthes truncata. If my truncata is a male and this is a female, or vice versa, or whatever, maybe my sibuyensis cross truncata to see what happens. Right down here, I have a Nepenthes Suki, which isn't doing very good, but it's growing, so hopefully it recovers soon. And here, I have a Nepenthes ventricosa sibuyensis cross rock camplii that's doing okay. It is a little stunted for some reason. I think it was getting too little light, but I think it's recovering because it's growing a lot faster now than it was when it wasn't inside the grow tent. Moving you along here, I have a really sad miracle fruit that I hope comes back because it was like $50. I don't think it will, but it would be really nice if it does. A mystery nepenthes that I'm really sad that I think is nepenthes Lady Luck. I don't know what's wrong with it. A nepenthes, what's this? Oh yeah, Spatula cross Spectabilis that's doing really good. And a nepenthes truncata cross Flava that I got from a friend. Adirondack Carnivores if you want to check them out on Instagram. Oh, and right down here, I have another nepenthes Miranda that I got from a local friend. But it is doing okay, and it's called Big Bertha. That's what the name my friend gave it. But it's growing pretty rapidly, but it has no pictures, so hopefully it forms pictures soon. I hope you enjoyed the tour of my grow tent. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok if you haven't already.